And welcome back, everybody. MLB is just starting this week. Opening day is Thursday, as Tyler said in the beginning of this podcast. He wants to round up his season preview with our predictions for all the awards, as well as a final look at the playoff picture. Tyler, take it away.
Happy opening day, everybody. 2021 MLB season's about to kick off. We didn't really get a real opening day last year, obviously, with the pandemic and everything got pushed back, and it was kind of a weird short season. So we're kicking off on Thursday, a full 162. Feels like a true opening day once again. So I'm very, very excited for this week. So in honor of that, we're going to do just kind of our final season predictions here, and we're going to go more on the award side. So picking our Rookie of the Year, the Cy Young, and the MVP, as well as our final postseason picture. So I'm going to start off with the Rookie of the Year. We'll start off in the American League. So we'll see what everyone's got here. Alex, let's start off with you.
Yeah, so I went kind of off the board a little bit, even though he did just get sent down yesterday or today. But I'm going with Mr. Service Time himself, Jared Kellnick from the Seattle Mariners. I think he's going to be an absolute stud. I expect him to be up, mid-April, end of May or beginning of May. He had a little knee issue over in spring training, but I think he's going to be an absolute monster. So I'm going Jared Kellnick for Rookie of the Year in the American League.
Great pick. Trayden, who do you got?
Yeah, I have first baseman Andrew Vaughn for the Chicago White Sox. He's really impressed the team. He's already in contract extension talks with the White Sox, so obviously he's done very well within the system that he's in. And I think he's going to be a big hitter this season. He's going to show his colors there, and I think he'll have a run at it.
Yeah, the White Sox got a few injuries there in the outfield, so obviously he'll have a big spot now there to fill. So he'll probably be full go, their full starter. So he'll be a really good guy to watch. James, who do you got?
I got ALCS MVP Randy Arozarena. The dude showed up big time in the playoffs last year, and that's the biggest stage possible. So, I mean, if he can do it on the biggest stage, he could probably do it during the regular season. So let's hope he shows up and does the same exact thing.
Yeah, he won an absolute tear, one of the most impressive postseason performances in MLB history last season. So we'll see if he can follow it up in his first full season in Major League Baseball. I know the Rays, especially offensively, are going to need that production out of him. So if he can produce that, I think he's a great, solid pick. I'm going to agree with Alex here. I also picked Jared Kelnek of the Seattle Mariners. I just think this guy, I think he's the number 9th ranked prospect in all of baseball. The Mariners got a lot of really good prospects coming up. They had the Rookie of the Year last year. So I'm going to go back-to-back Rookie of the Years for the Seattle Mariners and Kellnick for Seattle there. So let's move on to the National League. James, who do you got in the National League Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, this one was tough. I don't really know very many rookies at all other than Randy Arozarena. So I went with this dude. He's a pitcher. His name is Sixto Sanchez. Great name. That's why I picked him.
That is a fantastic name. Pitcher for the Miami Marlins. Had some good service time last year. Was pretty impressive. So we'll see how he can do in 2021. Trayden, who do you got?
Yeah, so I talked about the lowly Pirates this season or earlier in the podcast. It's got to be Ke'Bryan Hayes. He's going to have a full season. That's the only reason Pirates fans are going to tune in to watch this team. The kid is going to make a splash. He already made a splash last season. He's going to hit like crazy, and he's pretty damn good defensively. So he is my dude.
Agree. The only reason to watch the Pirates, Ke'Bryan Hayes, 100% agree with you. Alex, who do you got?
I'm agreeing with Trayden. Ke'Bryan Hayes is the Rookie of the Year in the National League. His defense has already been, compared to Nolan Arenado and Matt Chapman. So when you have those two guys thrown in as comparisons, you're legit. I think Ke'Bryan Hayes might get some very low ballot MVP votes this year. He's not going to win the MVP. He might get like a 10th place vote, but he might get some. He's a star in the making. But yeah, agree with you. Only thing to do in Pittsburgh right now is to watch Ke'Bryan Hayes.
Yeah. I'm going to agree. I'm going to go on that Ke'Bryan Hayes bandwagon with you guys. I think this guy's going to be an absolute monster. I drafted him in fantasy baseball this year, so hopefully that works out for me. So Rookie of the Year, National League, Ke'Bryan Hayes of the Pittsburgh Pirates. So let's move on to the Cy Young. The award goes to the best pitcher in both leagues. We'll start off in the American League. Alex, who you got?
Okay, I went with Lucas Giolito of the Chicago White Sox. Threw a no-hitter against those Pirates last year. That's not as impressive because they were straight garbage. But he's taken a big step. The White Sox are, one of the hot teams coming into the season. I think Lucas Giolito, AL Cy Young Award winner.
Nice. James, who do you got?
Back-to-back Cy Young winner. I'm predicting the future, but it's going to be Shane Bieber. He won it last year. He's going to win it again this year. He literally gets better and better every single year. Granted, he's been a pro for 3 or 4 years, but in those 3 or 4 years, he's gotten better and better every single year. He's a strikeout machine. I have no doubt that he's going to win it if he stays healthy.
James is a believer. Love it. Traden, who do you got?
I love that. I think everybody thinks that Garrett Cole, like a lot of people have Garrett Cole winning it. I'm going to have a little bit of a dark horse here because I like to have some fun. I like Tyler Glass now. I liked what he did in the playoffs last year, especially in the World Series. I think that, and especially the loss in the World Series, I think that is your turning point. That's where you really decide if you're going to go all in or if you're going to let that get to you. And I think he's the type of player that's going to show us that he's one of the best in the league.
What do you think about his finger, dude?
It's fine.
I mean, clearly it's worked out for him so far. So even though he's got a fucked up finger, it clearly seems to work.
Works for him.
Love those picks. Unfortunately, I'm agreeing again with Alex. We're 3 for 3 so far. I'm also going Lucas Giolito, the Chicago White Sox. I think this guy is a monster on the mound. He's up and coming. James, I almost went with your pick as well. I think those two are probably going to be the 2 best pitchers in the American League. And I'm also looking for Garrett Cole to have a bounce back season. He kind of had an iffy 2020, so he might make a run for it as well. I think a lot of good pitchers in the American League to look for, but my pick is going to be Lucas Giolito. So let's move on to the National League. Traden, who's your National League Cy Young?
Yeah, I got Jacob deGrom for the New York Mets. I think he's an intriguing player. He hasn't had the best help offensively, and he's one of the best pitchers in the league. That's kind of been shown, and he just hasn't had the help there. And he already has 2 Cy Youngs to his name. So, some are saying that he has a Hall of Fame case. So if he gets it again, I mean, he's going to be definitely knocking at that door.
Yeah, I think going into 2021, I would rate deGrom as the best starting pitcher in baseball. So can't go wrong with that pick. James, what do you got?
I got a dark horse that was really far down the leaderboard, but it's Blake Snell.
Yeah.
I think he's going to reclaim the form that he did from 2018 when he won the Cy Young. He's not going to have an innings cap anymore. He's going to be able to pitch and feel his pitches, and he's going to be better because of it. In 2018, he had pitched 180 innings, which is the most he's ever done in his career. And he, again, won the Cy Young that year. He's now on a better team, a team where there is a winning culture. And, I mean, management has come out and done everything they can to make that a winning team. And I think that's going to bleed into his performance and make him perform that much better.
Love that. Alex?
Yeah, you have to go Jake deGrom. I mean, he's 33 years old and he's throwing 102 miles an hour. The dude's an absolute freak. He's the best pitcher in baseball right now, and I don't even think there's like remotely a conversation to be had about it. So yeah, Jake deGrom.
Yeah, we finally disagree on something here. Last year, I'm going with the same pick I went with last year, and that would be my boy Walker Buehler of the Dodgers. I think this guy's going to win one. I think he hasn't really shown his full potential over a full 162. I think this is year he finally does that. I like Buehler. I think he is arguably probably the best pitcher in the Dodgers rotation. I know you got Kershaw, you got Bauer in there, but I think Buehler, in terms of just pure stuff and pure talent, he's the best on that team. So deGrom is a great pick. It's hard to go against deGrom there, but I'm going to go Buehler. So let's move on to the most valuable player. We'll start with the American League once again. James, who do you got?
Mike Trout. That's all.
Nice and simple. All righty.
Yep.
Alex, who do you got for MVP in the American League?
I'm going with Aaron Judge. I think this is finally he should have won it in 2017 because fuck Jose Altuve. I think this is the year he finally stays healthy. I think he leads this Yankees team to one of the best records in the American League. I also just didn't want to pick Mike Trout because it's boring. He should win every single year because he's Mike Trout, but I wanted to pick somebody different.
Yeah. He's kind of
he's kind of like LeBron. Yeah.
It's like he really should win every year, but, got to mix it up sometimes, Interesting pick there. Obviously, I think if Judge is healthy, he absolutely has an MVP case every year. So we'll see how that goes.
When is he ever healthy?
Never. So
that's 17 hit 52 bombs.
Rookie of the year.
There it is.
Look, the obvious pick is Mike Trout, but I don't want to be boring like Alex said.
I am boring.
Yeah, you're boring,
James.
I'm gonna go third baseman Jose Ramirez for the Cleveland Indians. Look, this guy has been consistently one of the best third basemen in the majors over the last few seasons here. He has 30 home run. He can put in 30 home runs, and he could steals a number of bases. I think that it's his time.
Are you picking the Indians to make the postseason?
I don't know.
Because that can make a case for MVP, but I do agree with you. He is.
But I guess that's the reason I won't pick Mike Trout, because I don't think I had the Angels cracking the playoffs. Yeah. So, and I'm kind of the MVP guy that you need to make the playoffs to be an MVP.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm gonna go also different with all you guys. I'm gonna go with the shortstop of the Chicago White Sox, Tim Anderson. I think this guy is one of the best, one of the most underrated players in baseball. Not a lot of guys talk about him as being one of the upper echelon guys. And I think on a team like the Chicago White Sox, they're going to need him to be one of their best hitters in that lineup for them to make the postseason. I think he's going to have a great 2021, and he's going to lead that team offensively and defensively at shortstop here for the White Sox and win and take home MVP. So that's kind of my dark horse candidate there. So let's move on to the National League. Final award here. James, who do you got for National League MVP?
I got Juan Soto. I think his time is now. He has been hampered with injuries the last couple of years. If he can stay healthy, he produces at a pretty high rate, a rate in which is indicative of how good his career has been thus far. I think it's his third year in the league. Like he's crazy good, and he's a lot of fun to watch. I think he's going to win MVP if he stays healthy.
For sure. Juan Soto's a great pick. Trayden, who do you got?
I have Ronald Lacuna Jr. I mean, this kid is young. This kid is heading into his fourth MLB season, and he has established himself as one of the best. And it's time he gets recognized for it. I think that it's his time.
Yeah, he was my pick last year. Didn't work out, but those are always hard to pick. But Acuna, again, great pick. Alex, what do you got?
Okay, so I was going to pick Juan Soto, but then I started thinking about it more, and I think he's going to get a little bit of the Barry Bonds treatment because he is so good and so much better than anyone else in his lineup that they're going to pitch around him. So he's not going to get the counting stats that MVP voters want to see. So I changed my pick to who actually I picked last year, Christian Yelich. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He should have won back-to-back MVPs. He probably would have beat Bellinger if he didn't foul a ball off of his kneecap and break his knee in 2019. Had a really down year in 2020. He was worked with his old hitting coach, and he's back to his former self. Also, he's on my fantasy team, so it kind of all works in well together for me.
Yeah. I mean, that definitely helps a bit. Yelich. There's a lot of guys in 2021 that had really bad 2020s that will be interesting to see how they bounce back. There's a lot of guys this year like that. So the guy I'm going for is going to be Corey Seager. A little bit biased there, but hey, let's look at kind of how he's been trending. He had a great 2020. I think he should have got more MVP consideration. Obviously, Mookie Betts, deservingly so, was more of an MVP consideration, but then goes in the postseason, wins NLCS MVP, wins World Series MVP. He's absolutely tearing it up in spring training. He just hit his 8th home run tonight in spring training. I know it's spring training. It's not, it is what it is, but this guy has looked so good over the past year or so. And a lot of people, when he was Rookie of the Year, before that, were already talking about him being a Hall of Fame player. I think when this guy's healthy and he's feeling right, he is one of the best hitters in baseball. I see Corey Seager putting it all together and having an MVP caliber season. So I'm going to pick Corey Seager MVP for the National League.
Real fast.
Yep.
Eric just texted me. He said the MVP for the entire league is going to be Shohei Ohtani.
I knew he would say that. So, hey, that's not a bad pick. I think if Shohei can play up to his potential, he definitely has a say in that. But that's it's a big
capital
if.
I and a capital F.
Yes, the big
already left his start tonight with an injury, so
that also did happen. So, yeah, again, IF capital letters. So we'll see. Anyway, so let's move on to we're going to kind of the last 6 weeks or so we kind of went through each division and picked our winners for the division. Let's kind of wrap it up here and kind of have our final postseason picture. So each division winners and the 2 wild cards that will make the postseason 2021. So we'll start off in the American League. Alex, who do you got?
Okay, so I have the Yankees coming out of the East. I just think with the Blue Jays injuries and the Rays, kind of falling back a little bit, I think the Yankees are clearly the best team in that division. I've got the White Sox coming out of the Central. I love that 3-headed pitching monster of Giolito, Lance Lynn, and Dallas Keuchel. I think their depth will, be okay even with Eli Jimenez being hurt. And then I still have the Astros coming out of the West. I think the West is kind of just like a garbage division right now, and I have nowhere to go with that. I have the Twins as the second wild card, or the first wild card team, excuse me. And I was going to pick the Angels. I had changed my mind on them. I was all on the Shohei hype train, and then I watched his start tonight. He's already left with an injury, and he gave up 3 bombs. I'm out on them. So I have Tampa coming through as that second wild card spot. And the Twins will lose a playoff game for the 19th time in a row. Yeah, brutal.
James, what's your American League picture look like?
I just have the names. I didn't explain it. I'm not that good at baseball as Alex is. So I'm just going to go through the list here. AL West, Angels. AL Central, Twins. AL East, Blue Jays. And my 2 wild card spots are getting the Astros and the Yankees.
Okay. Drayden, who you got?
AL East, I got Yankees. AL Central, I have the Twins, and AL West, I have the Astros, and then I got the Indians because I have to because you're
a big Indians guy,
and I like the Rays.
Yeah. The American League wild card is going to be a really interesting race to watch all season. You could really go with probably 6 teams for those two wild card spots. So I got Yankees out of the East. I got the White Sox out of the Central. Originally, I was leaning more towards Twins, but I think kind of looking at this whole season preview and seeing how these teams stack up, I like the White Sox a lot. So I'm going to go White Sox in the Central. And then I'm going to kind of pick my dark horse, the Oakland A's, squeaking out of that West Division, mainly because I hate the Houston Astros and I just can't pick them to win anything. And then the wild card, I have the Twins as the first wild card, and I'm still going to go with the Blue Jays, the second wild card. They have a lot of kind of uphill to climb, but I think that they're going to squeak in there as the second wild card spot. All right, moving on to the National League. Trade-in, what you got?
Oh man, I'm trying to remember what we went through on the East because it's been a minute. I'm gonna just throw up the West first. Dodgers. I mean, obviously, is anybody gonna question that? I'm gonna say Cardinals Central, and I'm gonna say the Mets in the East. I think they have a shot. And then my wild cards is the Padres and the Giants. I think the West is gonna come out with 3 teams.
Still sticking with that surprise Giants wild card pick. I like it. Stick with your guns. James, who do you got?
West, I got the Padres because I made a bet on it. Actually, no, I made a bet on the 10 games. But I still think they're going to win because then Trayden asked me that question afterwards. So, yeah, they're going to win.
Okay.
Yeah. And on West, winners, Padres. Central, I got the Cardinals. The East, I got the Braves. And the wild card will be the Dodgers and the Mets.
Gotcha. Alex, who do you got?
Okay. I have the Braves in the East. I think they're being unbelievably underrated. That team is absolutely nasty. I have the Brewers coming out of the Central. I think that their 2-headed pitching monster on the top part of the rotation and the 2-headed pitching monster at the back end of the bullpen can carry that team. That's a pretty weak division. I got obviously the Dodgers coming out of the West with James $50 in tow. I do have the Padres as the wild card team, and then the first wild card team, and then I have the Mets as the second wild card team, and the Padres lose because Jacob deGrom, Cy Young winner, will smoke them.
Copy paste exactly what you said, Alex, to my National League. I agree with 100%. Braves, Brewers, Dodgers, and then Padres and Mets. So then real quick, just to cap it off, real quick World Series prediction. Who you got and how many games? I'll lead off. Dodgers over White Sox in 7 because everyone loves Game 7s. Alex, who do you got?
Okay, so I have Dodgers, White Sox, Dodgers in 5.
James.
I got 2 wildcard teams making the World Series. Is that rare? I have no idea, but it's going to be the Dodgers and the Yankees because my stuff's all weird, but Dodgers in 7.
Trade-in.
Classic.
That'd be fun.
I like Dodgers, Yankees. Dodgers in like 6.
You're going to be like in like 8.
Yeah.
12, 15.
Dodgers all around.
Yeah, a Dodgers-Yankees World Series would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I would love that. That's what I picked last year, and I almost did it again. But like I said, I keep looking at this White Sox team, man. I like them a lot. So we'll see what happens. Real quick, I just want to end this segment here. Opening day is Thursday, obviously. Baseball's clearly my favorite sport, and opening day is just a great time of the year. So I just want to go around the horn real quick and just as we look forward to this 2021 season, what are you guys looking forward to the most from baseball in 2021? Traden, I'll start off with you.
The Giants making the playoffs and making you guys think twice.
Love it. James.
I'm excited to go to baseball games again. California's letting it happen, so I'm pretty pumped to go. I'm ready trying to get tickets. I tried to get tickets for opening day, but I thought it was like $230 plus, so that was a no. But other than that, I'm excited to go hang out with friends, get a couple beers, down a couple hot dogs, and catch a fly ball.
Absolutely. Alex, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I got to agree with James. Excited to, hopefully get to a game this year. I was really excited to see Shohei pitch and hit. That already feels out the window. And I'm excited. Talk to Rich Hill, baby. And I'm excited to celebrate back-to-back World Series titles in Los Angeles. And we'll get a parade this year, and it'll be a double parade. Yeah, because they won back-to-back, and we'll just do the loop like 4 times.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I'm looking forward to the possibility of actually going to Dodger Stadium and watching a game, having a beer, having a Dodger dog. That's going to be an amazing moment when that happens. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to a full 162. That just feels right. That just feels like baseball going through the full grind. And as Alex mentioned, looking forward to hopefully another World Series championship in Los Angeles. Hopefully we get to celebrate it more. So yeah, that will end my MLB segment. Happy opening day, everybody. Good luck to all the teams out there, but mostly to the Dodgers. So let's go.
Thank you, Tyler. I'm excited. I'm hopefully going to watch more baseball this year. You guys have got me all geared up, and I think I know more than I did. I know more than I have over the last 40 weeks than I ever have. So I appreciate that.